Hello and welcome to another episode of Baking the Web.
Today we're going to be baking Chrome, the web browser from Google.
It's going to take about 10 years, so clear your schedule.
We start with this, Safari, but we don't need all of it. We just need this. This is WebKit. So I'm going to add that into the mix.
To make sure the mixture is buttery smooth, we add butter. You can never have enough butter.
Now we need to mix all of this together. You can use any mix blend mode you like, as long as it's powered by a V8 engine.
We're going to perform the acid test. And it's fine.
This has been in preparation for a few years now, so naturally, it's picked up a few bugs. Try and get as many of those out as you can.
And at this point, we're going to add a dart.
Ooh, no. Let's save this for another dish.
Now it's time to get the WebKit out of this mixture. Fork it. And pop that back in.
It's important to tidy up as we go along. Of course, we can do other things at the same time because it's async.
And now we're going to take this bit and flatten it.
Hold on. You can't flatten it.
We're going to smoosh it.
No.
Flat it.
Fine.
Flat it.
So now we take this and we add a little threading, some streaming, some video, some HD video, and if you're feeling brave, a few experimental flags. Pop it in the blender and give it one last mix.
Now put this on the tray. And put this in the oven.
And set the timer for 10 years and wait.
Ah, the cake.
Oh. And that's all there is to it.
What did you do?
Paul nudged me. He nudged me.
I did nothing of the sort, Captain Cake Carrie.
It's gonna be fine. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I just need to fix this, but it's gonna be okay.
We should probably get on with the conference. Come on.
Welcome to Chrome Dev Summit! Hello, my name is Mariko.
I'm Paul.
And
This is Jake.
Yeah. So welcome to 2 days of talks, forums, demos, and if you're up for it, some social interaction. Theme for day one, mate. Theme for day one.
Theme for day one is Web Today and how far we've come so far.
And the theme for tomorrow, day two, well, it's the future. I mean, it's quite literally the future, but it's also the theme of tomorrow, where we're going to be introducing some experimental and new stuff, and we'd love to get your feedback to know how best we can help you.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody saw the guideline videos before we came on stage. It's really important for us to have a safe and inclusive space. This is for everybody to learn and everybody to share. So if anybody or anything is not making that possible, please do let us know and let one of the staff members who's wearing a red t-shirt, or you can send an email to email address that's posted on the website and through at the venue on the signage.
Now we have live captioning here and here, thanks to Norma for providing those today.
Well, especially fast talkers like you.
yeah, like me. Yeah. Can we leave? I need to go. Can we do the first talk now?
Yep.
Do that.
Well,
Get you
we need to
changed.
get off. So to kick off the conference, please welcome Ben and Dion.
I was kind of excited about having some cake.
I know. Maybe we could get some cupcakes later or something?
I think there are cupcakes later, but I'm pretty sure they're not from the leftover cake.
I hope.
program, direct business impact. And finally, if you want to set a standard for web performance, be like Pinterest. Focus on performance, focus on setting a performance budget. 600% increase in number of pins seen. When Zach told me this number, I was like, are you sure? 600%? But it's real. This has positively impacted Pinterest's overall revenue. So now you're wondering, this is all great. How am I going to get there? We've given you the tools. We're here to support you. And this talk is going to be up on YouTube right after I say thank you. So please go and build top-notch web experiences. Do it for the millennials. Thank you.
All right. That brings us to first break of the day.
Absolutely. So feel free to head outside to the Ask Chrome area for speaker Q&A. Also feel free to grab yourself a snack from just outside the forum.
Yep. We will be back here at 11:30 to meet Paul and Elizabeth talk about performance tooling.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Please take your seat. And most importantly, logged into web. What was that question again?
It's called Big Web Quiz.
I'm
Don't worry
sorry.
about it.
Yes,
Are you crashing already with, because you were a bit jet lagged as well, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
A lot of future assets. Similarly, you can use the Network Information API effective type method to differentiate your strategy based on the current network condition of the user. Finally, you can also consider scenarios where you give the user the full control over the experience. For example, you provide Save for Later button, where user can explicitly opt in and decide to get something stored for future use. Putting the user first can really benefit the quality of your app, especially in the long-term development horizon.
So to wrap up, I know we've presented a lot of content today, and we don't expect you to remember everything. If you want to learn more about service worker best practices, we've launched a new section on web.dev with content dedicated to building fast and resilient web applications with service workers. So definitely check that out. Also, we've just released a v4 beta of Workbox with lots of cool new features. And we'd love your feedback on GitHub before the public release. And finally, just a few key points we want to leave you with. First, definitely have a plan. You can't just assume that adding Service Worker to a site will magically make it faster, because without an optimization plan, it probably won't. Second, don't just reinvent the HTTP cache inside of your Service Worker. And don't just cache static resources. If that's all you're doing, you're not actually optimizing your site for Service Worker, and you might even be making it slower. Third, remember that navigation requests are the most important requests to optimize, and you should always try to respond to them from the cache. Fourth, measure the real user performance of your implementations, and make future performance decisions based on data. Don't just guess. Fifth, control the size of your app and how much you store on the user's device. And last, but definitely not least, respect the user, respect their data, and respect their preferences. So thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to find either of us afterwards, or hit us up on Twitter and ask questions. That's it, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we figured out the bug. Oh,
Quiz, the last one
So
definitely had bug.
Yeah, so we were backstage. Now, the thing to know is that,
We are the one that's standing here.
yeah, but Surma is the one that built the game engine. So, Surma, do you want to come out and talk to the nice people? And
Hashtag Surmabag.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Surma. I'm a web developer and I don't write tests.
good, now, tell them what happened.
So this entire thing, the entire big web quiz is built with Firebase, the real-time database. And we have this entire collection of rounds and questions, and we have this array with the questions. So in there is like the MaxDB and the JakeDB. And then in another property, we have the correct answers. And so when I wrote the editor, which would be like wrote the questions into the database, and you delete one of the questions, it only deletes the question and not the answer. So
you were just like,
yeah,
It was
so
array length
they had
problems.
different length, and of course I don't check that anywhere. And so now they were like out of sync, and that's why everything was wrong. But don't fear, we have your questions, and I corrected it. We can recalculate all the points. We already did that, so you didn't lose out. It was, yes.
And the good news is it's always a big web quiz if something goes a little bit funny in the middle. So
that's part of the character.
yeah.
It's fixed now. It's all gonna...
Just stand there, though.
All right, so it's time for lunch. Lunch is served at the forum space, so go ahead, get out and then head to the forum space. If you have a dietary restriction, that's also labeled in the forum space. We will be back here at 2:30. Space. If you have a dietary restriction, that's also labeled in the forum space. We will be back here at 2:30.
Thank you.
Oh, hello. Everyone came back.
Wow, you're all seated and everything. Wonderful.
Excellent
You have
stuff.
a good break?
Yeah, good lunch?
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're
I saw someone
sleepy.
going like that. Okay, fine.
Do you notice anything?
You weren't wearing that before,
No.
so you've changed.
Yeah.
Why?
I came in as a unfashionable tech dudes.
He came in.
Oh.
Oh, I feel personally
Sneaker and
attacked.
everything.
Oh, that's harsh.
Look,
solely on web APIs such as isType supported or canPlay type to discover whether media could be decoded. While this told them whether media could be played at all, it didn't provide an indication of whether the media playback would drop lots of frame or rapidly drains device battery. In the absence of this signal, developers either had to create their own heuristic or just assume that if a device could play back a combination of codec and resolution, it could do so smoothly and power efficiently. For users with less capable devices, this often led to a very poor experience. By using the Media Capabilities API today, you can get more information about the client's video decoder performance and make an informed decision about which codec and resolution to deliver to the user. In other words, it helps ensure adaptive video streaming only selects resolution that will play back smoothly on the specific device. Here's how it works in Chrome. The Media Capabilities API uses metrics from previous playback to predict whether future playback in the same codec and at the same resolution will be smoothly decoded. When you ask this API about a specific media configuration, it will return asynchronously 3 booleans. Is this configuration supported? This is the same result returned by isType supported. You can use it, for instance, to detect whether AV1 video codec is supported, by the way. Is playback going to be smooth? It is currently true if less than 10% of frames have been previously dropped for this media configuration. It's on your favorite search engine. This will allow you to stay up to date with the amazing media feature that Chrome is adding to the web platform every release. And with that, I humbly thank you for your time.
Great. It's time for break.
Are you not bored of us already? We were here for like 45 minutes. I'm bored of myself. And
It's time for the quiz.
Yes, let's do another big web quiz round. So get it out to your laptops and phones.
Get
now,
to that website.
I think this one it's something that you're quite interested.
There is a bit of a gap between when we actually execute the JavaScript and then do the rendering and then the indexing bits and the crawling. So we try to bring these closer together, which is an interesting technical challenge. And then at the same time, we're trying to catch up with Chrome. But we don't want to just catch up, because then we're going to have the same freaking conversation in a few years, like, oh yeah, Chrome's running version 70, and everyone's like, oh, when does it get into 3-digit land? So we basically work on a process that we're hopefully going to start very soon. So I make no promises on when, but we are working on figuring out a process to stay up to date with Chrome so that Googlebot does run with the Chrome release schedule, so that we are basically giving you an evergreen. Yeah, right? That would be fantastic if we could do that. Yeah.
And also to shorten.
Yeah, exactly. That goes hand in hand, really, because we have to touch the rendering infrastructure anyway. So we might as well do both things. But I think we might get an update quicker than we get the two things together. But
okay, cool.
We'll see. Yeah. Cool. All right. So thank you so much for all the talks about like how the indexing works in bits and pieces. That was pretty fantastic. I learned a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah, and I hope this helps with Marvin as well.
Marvin is going to love what I'm going to tell him, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, well, thanks for showing me all those Search Console tools as well.
Oh yeah, they're pretty fun. Yeah.
And if developers need more support and help, and like Marvin, like, can they go somewhere else?
So I try to get Marvin to like go to our documentation, because the documentation is expanding quite quickly, and we have a bunch of cool documentation coming up and good documentation already there. We have webmaster hangouts, so you can pop by and talk to us over a hangout and ask us questions there as well. They are recorded, so if you want to go back to one that has happened and there was an interesting question, you can find it there as well. We have what's called the Webmaster Forum. A bunch of fantastic people are there called product experts who are also helping if there's anything coming up with search. And last but not least, if you've been to the forum space before, we have a Search Console booth where you can try out Search Console and get stickers and stuff. So definitely check that one out tomorrow. So yeah, that's a bunch of resources.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Cool. Thank you very much for staying with us for a moment.
Composing myself.
Now, at this point, we're going to add a dart. Fluff the first. Very fluffy bit. Let me put my teeth back in. Action.
Sorry, I kicked that.
And flatten it.
Hold on. You can't flatten it.
Can we go again? And that's all there is to it. Why are we still filming?
All right.
Well, this is it.
This is it.
That was
Half of it done.
Yeah, half of it done. But before we go, we've been doing the big word quiz all day. Don't worry, there's not another question. It's fine. Chill out. But we are going to take a look at the leaderboard. Ooh. Because the main prizes are going to be tomorrow.
It's a big poster that we show.
The big poster.
Yeah, but we did prepare a tiny token of appreciation.
Yeah?
Can you see it? It's a fridge magnet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, should we have a look?
I'm very excited. I want to see who won.
Okay, here we go. Here is the top three. Ooh.
Whoa.
Liz, Ray, and Will. Big round of applause.
Now, to be super clear, these questions ranged, as you noticed, from the highly ridiculous to the massively irrelevant. But don't let that stop you from playing. So just to be super clear, like, well done to these people, but also don't feel bad if you didn't get any of these, because I mean, honestly, as you saw, I was still there going, Jake's not a really, that's not an NPM module, it's an NPM module.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean,
it's just silly.
And I actually wrote some of these questions.
So, you three, come to the front at the end, and we'll give you beautiful prizes. Yeah. And yeah, that is it, the end of day one. So we will see you back here 10 a.m. tomorrow. Goodbye.